Hola, ¿qué tal amigos de DCUO Online? ¿Cómo están? Yo soy la Rebelde. Bueno, como lo anuncié ahí en mi cuenta de Twitter, vamos a hacer un livestream directo en simultáneo con la gente de DCUO Online. Vamos a dar nuestra pequeña reacción y comentarios a lo que nos van a ir mostrando. Nos van a ir mostrando lo que es el sistema de aumentos y el nuevo episodio que se viene para DC este mes de julio, posiblemente a finales, la última semana, que es el contrato de Judas. Y pues bueno, vamos a ver qué es lo que pasa, ¿no? con esto. Y bueno, ya va a empezar el live stream. Vamos a ver qué nos trae la gente de DC. La verdad es que tengo muchas expectativas, ojalá las cumplan.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another DCUO Online live stream. My name is Meps. I'm your community manager, and this here is your creative director, the Nerd of Prey.
Hello.
And next to her is your systems lead, Aver.
Hello, everybody.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us, guys. And thank you for joining us out there. Today we're here to show you the upcoming episode, Teen Titans Judas Contract, and the new Augments system, which is pretty exciting for us because last we spoke, we let you know that Titans was coming in July and that Augments was coming in August. And that is no longer the case. Augments is going to launch with Teen Titans on July 18th.
Yes. Beating expectations.
Yay. We're just,
18 de julio va a salir el episodio y va a salir Aumentos juntos. Okay, así que para los que estén viendo esto después,
stronger and more fun to watch together. So that's what we're working for. Obviously, the 18th could still change as things happen in live development, but that is our goal right now. So we're going to show you the new content. We're going to talk about the new rewards in the content, and we're going to talk about the new augment system and how that all fits together. So let's just jump right into it. Why mess around? I'm going to start with you, Nerd of Prey.
With me.
Yes. Teen Titans Judas Contract. What is the Judas Contract, and why is it awesome, and why should people be excited about it?
Why? Because Judas Contract is one of the greatest, I would say the greatest, Teen Titans storyline from the comics. It recently got adapted into an animated feature, which is pretty good, but, it's nothing like the original. I'd say we're very similar in that we've kind of modernized it with a few characters, but...
Están preguntando a Nerd of Prey básicamente que por qué la gente tiene que estar excitado o emocionado por el episodio de los jóvenes titanes. Y bueno, básicamente está diciendo que los Teen Titans son uno de los grupos más populares dentro de DC y que si bien la adaptación del contrato de Judas ha sido modernizado en una película, no cumple con las expectativas de los que tenían los fans de la primera versión en los cómics. Y que bueno, que ellos van a tratar de hacer su propia versión, pero rindiéndole mucho tributo y homenaje a la primera, la original de los cómics.
Started really pushing boundaries on the types of stories they could tell, the types of relationships that teenagers could have with each other, and what it meant to be a young superhero in the DC universe. And we have a lot of those characters, and the Titans have been pretty important, especially like Raven and all of that, so we wanted to basically just, it's kind of like a love letter to Teen Titans.
I mean, we've had them in the game.
Yeah,
already.
They've been around since launch, but and they're very popular, especially nowadays with the cartoon.
Tell us a little bit about the specific cast we have, right? Because we don't have exactly the same cast from the old book. We've kind of merged the modern cast with the later cast. Who in particular do we have who's new?
Well, my favorite new addition is definitely Damian.
Yes.
Damian Wayne.
Yes.
Finally, we've really wanted to work him into the game in some way that made sense. And this was it. We're like, well, let's do Judas Contract. Who could we add? And we're like, oh God, Damian. He was so good.
Nice.
In the animated films and stuff. So we wanted to take a crack at it, and I think we nailed it. He is just perfect in this DLC.
Están diciendo básicamente que esta es la oportunidad perfecta para poder incluir a Damian Wayne dentro del mundo del DC Universe Online. Recuerden que esta es una continuidad totalmente separada de lo que es el mundo de los cómics y el mundo de las películas animadas y todo eso, pero sin embargo que toma mucha inspiración de obviamente ambas fuentes, ¿no? Así que esta era la oportunidad perfecta, es lo que está diciendo básicamente Nerd of Prey, de introducir a personajes como Damian, como Jericho, que es el hijo de Deathstroke, y bueno, que ellos creen, ¿no? A nivel personal, de que a nivel narrativo, pues este DLC va a cumplir y va a superar muchas expectativas de los fans.
We we're not going to change Tim in Gotham because it doesn't make sense for the story that kind of happened in the past. But he's definitely updated here.
Cool. All right, let's do rewards first. Then we'll run around the new environments, look at the new characters, and then we'll jump into some of the content and take a look there. Sound good?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go ahead. Who wants to drive for me? Are you driving for rewards?
I'll drive for now.
So right now we're starting off looking at the first gear set. This is Red Robin.
This is Red Robin. Oh man, I did it. I promised I wasn't going to do it, and I did it.
That's too late. It's the different Red Robin.
Yeah, this suit is awesome. We wanted... you guys know Robin usually drives a motorcycle. That's pretty standard. All the Robins do it. Even Damian sometimes, which is a little weird because he's a little young to drive. But anyway. So that's what we took for inspiration on the helmet. I think that was a Megzilla special.
Awesome.
She suggested a motorcycle helmet, which is
slow mouse movements.
Really cool.
Please.
Why is it so sensitive
I'm getting dizzy.
anyway? And it kind of works for... This is the Rebirth costume. He used to wear that weird like hood capey thing, but they kind of ditched that when they did Rebirth. So.
Vera, which Robin is your favorite? Robin, Red Robin.
Yeah, just Robin.
Original Robin.
Original Robin, with the real
with the
real
little
short.
With you like tights? I get it.
60s Robin. Okay.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
So this actually has. You guys might notice the. There's something interesting with the cape. How it's like under the shoulder pads.
Right.
It's pretty neat.
It's kind of a big deal.
It's his cape on the character kind of came around the front, which is something that's really hard for us to do on player characters. But our character artists are never satisfied, so they went ahead and kind of made it work. So it doesn't work with all types of styles, but with the more flush, tight armors and stuff like that, it lays really nice right on top, and it actually comes across the shoulders, which is something we've never done before.
Nice. Very cool. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the second armory.
Oh man, I don't ever use a keyboard.
It's over here.
Just numpad, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's not the one I wanted.
That is not.
Oh, that.
So we're just gonna go straight for it, and then he's gonna click off of it and make me talk about it later.
There we go.
All
Boom.
Oh no, I think that's where we were. I'm sorry, I have my numbers wrong.
It's cool. We'll just click through all of them. We'll get there.
Esta es la versión élite.
Hang on, I don't want to show anything else.
La cagó.
He's like, oh,
Pensé
and
que es
that's the
directo.
next episode, and that's 2019. And
All right, there we go. That is the enhanced, more exciting
Yes.
version.
Boom.
yes, the enhanced Red Robin set has like racing stripes kind of thing going on. A lot of glowing ridges and such.
Yeah, I like the area around the ribs. Looks really cool.
It does, the way it kind of undulates through it. But you know, it's a pretty standard bling suit. But it's Batman. We wanted it to feel right and not just add a bunch of glowy shit for no reason. So
Bueno,
Yeah.
de
yeah, the
momento
cool tech bits.
All right,
No
I don't
está
like
mal.
my color scheme. For this
tampoco
one,
es el
so we're gonna
mejor
move on.
estilo élite
Sounds
que he
good.
visto, ¿no?
We worked
It
really
did
hard
look
to
a
get
little
there.
army surplus.
Cyborg.
Cyborg suit. The character looked so good that
Got some shiny metal.
I know it is so. I was like, I think I can see my
Sí me
face in Cyborg's chest.
Qué bueno. Muy bueno el
He's
estilo
very,
cyborg.
Like it's reflecting back at you from the screen.
That's right there. You can see it. But it's a great sculpt. It is gorgeous. The materials are amazing, and I knew players immediately would want it, so we just went ahead.
had to
and
do it.
We were like, we should just
Yep.
make this a gear suit. So we did. We did decide to it's very branded with the cyborg emblem, so we decided to not do an emblem at all on this. We can't do any other logo, but it looked really good without
¿Qué tal, manipulador?
that,
¿Cómo
so people
estás?
can use it for
Bienvenido
all
a
different
Directo.
kinds of
Estamos aquí viendo
Cool.
el stream
The
de
little mask
Sinners
thing
Online.
is not
Está
related.
mostrando ahora Gear de
that's
Cyborg,
true.
inspirado
Like
en
a-
Cyborg.
I'm just wearing that.
There's like a
Y
little
también hay una
mask.
versión
No,
élite.
no, you don't have to wear a little mask.
Esto es lo que va a
You
ser
just
lo que va a
really
venir en el
wanted to.
episodio que de los jóvenes titanes. Sí, esta es la versión élite.
But that is the enhanced elite. I'm sorry, it's not enhanced. It's the elite version
Elite gear.
of the cyborg suit, and I'm kind of in love with this gear. I like was sending you pictures
You
of
were
my character because I was like,
all
this is so cool.
For a month. Yeah.
I particularly love. This just sounds weird. The arms.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
shoulder. I just love it so much.
Yeah, it's great.
Sí, está espectacular. Espectacular.
All
Me
right.
encanta.
I think we should show the female styles.
Yeah,
I mean,
and-
the female versions
Sí.
of this.
I needed to
Yeah,
show the
okay, okay.
awesome cats,
Exactamente.
too, but does not skip leg day. So.
No, his metal does not skip.
He programs his legs on leg day. Give
Yeah.
him a break.
All right, let me switch us over
Pues
to
más
our female
tarde
character, and we'll just go
van a
through
poner
these
esto en el
relatively
server,
quickly.
lo que es el episodio de los titanes.
Do we have
Y
any
vamos a
particular
ver
order?
si puedo
Maybe.
hacer un stream directo.
We're unsure.
Dude, God, that looks so good.
Oh yeah, I did myself even better.
Save the best for yourself.
Spend a bunch of time on that, yeah.
Yeah. There we go. I have no idea what order her armories are in.
Quiero que vamos a
It's a
mostrar ahora
potluck
cómo se
or
ven los
it's
modelos
fine.
en
It's cool.
los caracteres femeninos.
It's a round
Ah,
robin.
femeninos.
I don't know. That's not even accurate. That's not even accurate. But
It was a good try.
she looks good too.
She's got a different take.
Caitlin.
She's got green. A little bit more in Avera's preference for green tights.
Right, yeah, yeah. That works.
It fits. It kind of reminds me of Carrie a little bit, Robin.
Slower.
It fits.
Slower mouse.
It fits. I'm
People
gonna like.
Este es el
reset
estilo
my mouse
Yeah, I should just
sensitivity.
make it.
el
So I
normal,
can't go faster.
inspirado en
That's a
Red
good
Robin, y
I,
después hay uno
I really
mejorado
like
también
the
de
sculpt on the female models, and I dig that it's not long sleeves. We don't have a lot of short sleeve options. I like short sleeves,
Yeah.
so my character can enjoy it too.
Yeah, I did it right.
Yay!
Nailed it.
Congratulations
La versión
on pressing a button.
mejorado.
Who's this one inspired by? That's fine.
Oh, I guess you're kind of doing like a new Barbara,
I am
new Babs,
kind of.
Batgirl, which she just got a new.
I mean,
cos-
she's
she
Robin
just got a
from
new,
time
new,
to
new
time.
costume last
Yeah,
week. Did you see it?
No.
It's okay. This is cute.
I'm
I
sure
like
it's
this.
great.
I like this. I like the helmet because she also writes.
Sí, los
white.
colores de Barbara.
It's still Robin inspired though.
Vamos a
Yeah,
ver,
it
vamos
just-
a ver, porque
you're-
recién el stream
you were
tiene creo
personally
que 10
inspired
minutos,
by
13
Barbara.
minutos. Y por
No,
ahora
that's
nada
not
más
what
ha
I
mostrado los
expected. Super
estilos, nos
similar to the
está
first
mostrando
one.
en lo que
Yeah.
es
That was-
en los personajes, obviamente lo vimos antes en los masculinos, ahora en los femeninos, y me imagino que
Here we
van a
go.
mostrar un poco de contenido.
There
Cyborg.
she is.
One
Man,
female.
the masks all over.
I know. I just
Killing me.
I didn't notice that I had masks on. I'm sorry.
No, I like that the hair shows up and stuff. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Some of the hairstyles were better than others, obviously.
But she looks just as
Does clip a
good.
little bit.
Oh.
In fact, there's some
Ah,
cyborg
por lo que veo ahí,
side characters
parece que hay
that are
problemillas con algunos estilos de
female
cabello con este
in
estilo de la
Rebirth,
pieza de
and we
Cyborg.
looked at some of that to get a
Así
more
que yo
of an
creo que se
idea
va
of
mejor
what
obviamente
his
con
type
poco
of
pelo o sin
machinery would
pelo,
look like on
básicamente.
the female form, and it came out kick-ass. Again with
The last surprise
so much.
armory.
Yay!
Yay!
Y bueno, esta es la
I
versión
love
élite, ¿no?
Yeah, same deal.
La verdad es que este me gusta mucho.
Maskless
Sí, lo
this
es que
time.
muy, muy
The-
bueno. Muy
Really? Yay!
Yeah.
So that's what it looks
How
like
did
without a
that happen?
mask.
There you go.
On accident,
accident,
I
yeah.
guess. And I absolutely love the circuits. They just look
Yep.
so cool. We might want to use that on other things
On other
because that
things.
is freaking cool.
Yeah. All right, so that's the roads. Obviously, we're going to have an OP item,
Viene un estilo de
And
omnipotencia, lo van a
collections.
mostrar ahora.
which actually I have
Collections.
some of those back on the male character, so maybe we'll switch back over to him.
Vamos a ver
Alright.
cuál van a poner.
Sell those,
De
and
élite.
then we will jump into augments, because those are also related to rewards for this episode.
They are. Yeah.
I just want to point out that Cyborg's arm turns into a hand too. Just he has a hand cannon. I don't know if you're reading the comics. Maybe you should read a book. But he can turn his hand into the cannon.
Right.
We have not made the new cannon into a gear item, but you never know what the future holds.
Yeah.
One day.
Seems likely.
We actually like the idea of him sometimes in game.
Por lo que estoy
having
entendiendo, el
different
nuevo
things,
ítem de omnipotencia son manos de
but
omnipotencia
that was
nuevamente.
which means
Y va a ser el cañón
we
de
had more
Cyborg,
important things like
por lo que
mechanics.
estoy escuchando. Quizá me equivoque.
All right, we're back on
Alright.
this dude.
Yeah. So let's go into the inventory, and
Some secret stuff in there.
at the bottom there,
Déjame ver.
let's just
No,
just
Son
equip
piernas,
some
son
of
botas de
these.
I
omnipotencia.
love that it got an icon.
Botas.
Should be unlocked,
Botas
so it
de
should just
omnipotencia.
show up. It did.
Boom.
There you go.
Boom.
So you haven't seen them yet, but
Whose
these are,
boots are these?
these are actually Damian's
Nice.
ninja combat
Son
boots.
las
They look
botas
just like they
de
do on
Damian Wayne.
Damian. You can
Y van a
tint
hacer
them
los
however
nuevos
you
ítems de
want. And those are the
omnipotencia.
OP
Mira, unas
items, right?
botas.
Yep.
Those
Hacían
are the
falta
OP
unas
items. I did
botas.
that thing where I'm like, I know the answer to this, and then I was like, wait a minute. What the fuck wrong? And
Que
I
ya saben,
froze.
botas de omnipotencia para el próximo
And
episodio de
these
los titanes.
styles are inspired by the big Hive Master guy. Do
Yeah.
we want to show?
Oh, we
that?
can wait. We can show
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah, yeah.
actual.
Alright.
We can do that
I
later.
don't want to ruin our.
Sure.
I mean,
True,
that
true.
Sure. We'll do that later.
he's like the least cool of all the characters, but he is straight out of the comics, and the mastermind
He's
behind all of
very cool.
the Judas
His,
contract.
His mother
so.
thinks he's
¿Qué
cool.
son esos hitos que están ahí? ¿Serán esos los
Okay,
aumentos?
let's let me make sure this happened. All right.
I do
let's-
recommend that if you read the
Sí, el estilo
read
no
the email
está,
when you get the
no está muy bueno, pero obviamente lo
It's
que
very
nos
funny.
importa son
Let's
las
turn this
estadísticas.
over to Aver and walk us through
Fine.
what are augments.
I have to scoot up in the.
Ahí es
So,
lo de los
augments,
aumentos. ya, los aumentos.
we replaced the equipment mod system.
Why
with
would
this-
you do that?
Why would we do that?
Yeah.
For lots of reasons.
Well, everybody loved
actually.
it and thought it was perfect and should never change, right?
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
sensing the opposite.
We got a lot of feedback on that. Just saying, hey, you know, it's hard to use.
R&D mods hard to use.
Hard to use, and not a lot of engagement on that system. And we felt that we could do a better job with the way we do it now.
Okay.
The game has changed over the years, and we have more tools and stuff like that. We've learned a lot. Listened to some feedback.
Awesome.
And
A
so we
ver.
changed it.
No me decepciones.
We
Sí, no.
leveraged the artifact system to the artifact item leveling system, right?
Yeah.
To create augments, and I will kind of walk you through here. So basically, the way they work is you have a new equipment screen. It's the augment tab right here. You may have noticed tabs appearing in the game. You click right here.
You may have
and
noticed that one is blank.
that one is blank. Yes, exactly. There's a hole there. We filled it.
Yeah.
So
We're making room.
right, and one of our things that we wanted to do is we wanted to bring in the DCUO lore of exabytes and stuff like that, tie it in a little stronger to the actual systems in the game. And so you'll see over on the left-hand side, based on your origin, you're actually going to have a different augment screen. And we did a bit of work to make this look and feel really cool and feel unique to your character. And so I think we're only going to show the tech ones today. Is that correct?
That's correct.
But there's a separate one for Magic and a separate one for Meta, and I encourage you to check them out and play with them.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
actually
I
really
want to
cool.
give props to the team for that. You
Yeah.
guys came up with. I was skeptic. I was like, do we really need a different version for every type? And you guys were like, we should do that more. And Megzilla, Aver, and Carp put together a proposal of these different backgrounds and stuff, and
Turned out
it just
great.
was gorgeous. And I was like, all right, you're right, let's do it.
So, yeah, that turned out really well. I think it looks great. And so, have we completed the
We
quest
have
on
it.
here?
Okay, so let's actually step back a second. When you log in, there's a transition from the old R&D program to
Yep.
Augments.
Van a explicar el sistema de transición.
And part of that
Ojo,
is
ojito.
you're just going to get some of your augments in your inventory directly, and you're going to...
Coffee is like totally.
So,
Is it?
it actually appears as though... Did you complete the quest already? Because it's not showing up in your inventory. So if I'm going to sneak back in here.
We should probably rename this to just Augments, like I suggested about a month ago.
Yeah.
Well, are we
Anyway,
missing-
we're missing them. We're missing
Oh.
your augments.
Okay.
Can we jump onto another character that isn't level 30? So
Maybe.
I'm gonna walk through that as we kind of figure out we had an issue setting up our character. But basically at level 25, you're gonna get a quest that's going to automatically complete, and you'll see a bunch of different augments that are actually themed towards your. Those are level 30. That are themed
Oh, they
towards
need to
your.
not be level 30?
You need to be 25. Yeah, when you hit 25.
Got it.
So you'll
One
complete that quest, and they'll appear in your inventory, and they're themed after your origin. So you'll have things like meta genes if you're a meta character, implants if you are tech, and runes if you are magic. And then mostly it's just it's a thematic change that looks really cool. And
O sea,
each one of
básicamente lo que va a
those
cambiar es la
augments
skin
you'll feed
dependiendo de qué
exabytes,
origen tenga tu
to,
personaje.
and they
New,
Si
will-
es
totally
tecnológico,
different
van a
exabytes.
ser,
Yeah, totally new
aumentos
I
exabytes.
want to make this
cibernéticos,
very clear to
si
people.
son
These are all new
mágicos,
things.
son
We,
runas,
the old R&D stuff is,
y si
is
son
gone. And,
de origen meta van
can
a
I
ser
speak to
genios.
one
Yeah,
thing?
of course, yeah.
And what's really important is
Mejorado.
you're not modifying your equipment anymore. That not the standard equipment mods. That's not how it works. Frankly, that was really obnoxious to have to keep pulling stuff out and
Swapping
putting
them
it
out,
back in,
recovering them.
and it wasn't fun. We didn't like doing it. You guys didn't like doing it. So we came up with this concept that you're actually like the exabytes augment who you are, not your pants. So
Right.
that's why we have a new screen that shows how you're putting them and you're using them to create yourself more powerful. That way you never have to replace them. You just grow them over time.
Yeah, we found that equipping to gear, so we get gear upgrades more frequently and stuff like that, and so going through that whole process was a bit tedious, and we want to make it easier for everybody. That way, you can have the stats that you earn.
And frankly,
with
we've been
minimal
raining
frustration.
gear. All my alts are leveling so much faster, and I just gave up modding because I was like, I'm always getting upgrades. And we're like, maybe we shouldn't
Yeah.
have mods anymore.
It's
Sí,
pretty
básicamente
straightforward to
están
get food,
diciendo
actually.
eso,
So
¿no?
you
Están
do
hablando del tema
salvage
de
the
que cuando
gear
por lo menos
that you get no longer need,
cambias el gear muy
and you
rápido
will get
entre
exobytes
DLC y DLC, episodio a episodio.
for one part of your augments. There's another one that's specific to
Sí,
content that we'll
la
show
verdad
here
que
in a
sí.
second. And that's
Tardaron
kind
un
of one
poco,
of the
pero
reasons
bueno,
that we
más vale tarde que nunca, no mal
introduced it
puedo.
with Teen Titans is because it works really well with Cyborg, and you have
Que un
cybernetic
Nicolás
augments.
grande ahí.
And, those augments
Buena
are
cagada ahí,
fused towards the actual piece of content that you're playing. The first type, where the runes or implants or whatever, they don't have breakthroughs. You basically just feed them the new exobytes and they'll level up.
No va a
to
haber
the
breakthroughs
cap of
como
the,
en los artefactos.
episode that you're in.
Básicamente
And
van a
then
seguir
the other
creciendo y
ones, the
creciendo.
content-specific ones, we're still playing around with names and stuff like that. If we seem confused, it's because we're switching the names in our brain. But the content-specific
that's
ones,
why.
that's why. I swear.
I don't think the quest is on.
Bueno, por lo menos algo positivo de los aumentos, no va a haber nada de que tenga que ver con RNG, posibilidades de éxito ni nada,
maybe
simplemente
somebody
tienes los
could,
materiales para hacer el aumento, para
bring
hacer la
us
mejora.
the
Boom.
command to
Do we have to
turn
do
it
the
Mejora
other
y ya
quest
está.
first? Is that possible? The other mission
I don't
first?
think so.
No, it just appears.
I don't know
So.
what's going on there.
But we can come back to it if.
Yeah,
if
we'll come back to it. But basically, they'll show up in your inventory, and we have a brand new inventory. The inventory holds all of your augments, so you don't have to hold any of the actual augment items in your normal inventory. So that doesn't take up any extra space. Let's jump. Yeah, so we'll just start. We'll just start here. That's fine. The other ones are super straightforward, and they work just like these ones, except for the other ones don't have breakthroughs. So part of the transition is we'll actually complete this building a power base mission for you when you log in. And then based on your CR, we actually will give you special exobytes that will level up your augments to the level basically up to where they should be with your CR.
So
because
we
know
are-
that we're adding this system in, far after the game was launched. So.
Yeah, and we are generously rewarding you for
Yeah.
for where we probably expect you to be, so that you won't be
Esto está
leaving
súper
this
interesante,
one-man
porque
system and
te van
losing
a
any
dar
stats or any power or any
recompensas,
Yeah,
o
you
sea,
shouldn't lose-
estos Golden
you shouldn't
Exobytes
lose
te lo van a
anything.
dar
Almost
dependiendo
certainly gain
a tu combat
quite
rating.
a
O sea,
bit.
básicamente
most
tú puedes tener un
cases you will
personaje
come out with
242,
more stats
235
than
sin
that,
mod,
because
y
we
nada
don't
más por
wanna
tener
be
el combat
jerks.
rating te van a dar los materiales
So
necesarios
the other
para
stuff works just like
subir
these,
esos
each
aumentos como si
augment will
tuvieras
have a
los
main
mejores
stat
mods.
that
O sea, que
that
independientemente
goes
si tienes
along
mods
with
o no,
power and
equipado
health.
un personaje
And
240 o
so, getting
235
power
te
and
van a
health
dar
is no
los
longer a choice. You
mismos
just get it. And then you also get a stat. So you can see there's
materiales,
mighty,
básicamente.
restoring, vital, and these all match up to primary stats that you should want.
Yeah.
And then you can see here for the content specific ones, they have breakthroughs, and the breakthroughs give you specific bonuses that actually work in the content you're playing. So we've gone through and we've kind of stratified it and looked and said, hey, you know what would be useful when you're roughly this level in your augment leveling, and we added some stuff there. And these actually stack, so you can slot 2 of these in. We're just going to go ahead and equip this one.
Yeah, go for it.
To kind of show you, what it looks like. So it's
And I
cool.
have a note on the philosophy that
Yeah.
that we had for this, and that is, you see, can I use the mouse real quick?
yeah.
Because I can't point. You see, these down here are the ones that grow with you forever. Basically, they're replacing equipment mods. This up here is essentially a new feature. These are things that I expect almost like artifacts in the sense that they will have special abilities and things like that. Like you were saying, they might be more powerful on Titan's Island, things like that. And the idea is you can change them out anytime. Like, oh, I'm gonna go fight Darkseid,
Right,
and
you don't
this one
need-
this one's really good against Darkseid. I'm gonna put it in. Oh, I'm gonna go back to Titan's Island. I'm gonna put back, so you can.
And you don't need a kit to do so. It
Right,
Just
it just
comes right out. Right?
just swap them out as you wish,
Boom.
essentially.
Yeah, and so it is important that the bonuses do specifically work. I'll leave that there for a second. They do specifically work in this content, and it's done that way so that you can get very specific and really cool bonuses in the area that you're in.
Yeah, it's kind of like in an RPG when you be like, I'm gonna go fight a frost giant. I better take my flame sword.
Yeah. And so in order to fortify them, all you do is you come to your fortify tab here, and they'll be sorted. There's augments, and then later on when we get the stuff working, you'll see the these ones are implants, so you'll see implants down here. It says when they're equipped, so I'm just going to equip that in there. And then there's a couple of special things that you want to know about the food. First, we're going to start with just a generic exobyte. So this is just worth some experience. You put it in there. That's a stack. They stack up to 4, but there's no penalty to you just feed them when you got it. So
Where do I get them from?
So generic exobytes you get from salvaging gear. Yep. And
So all that gear that I get all the time when I'm playing now.
Right? Yeah,
Just
you can
salvage
just
it,
jump it when
exabytes.
you're done. Get exabytes.
Melt it.
So these ones don't have a percentage bonus. They're just kind of give you flat experience. But they also drop in specific colors, and the colors will match up with the. You know what? I'm going to unload that guy because we're supposed to be doing these ones. The colors will match up. So see how this one's just plain? If I go over here and I see this vital exabyte, I click on that guy, and it has a 50% bonus experience.
Nice.
Hey, what? That's pretty cool, right? Because this is vital. And this one is vital, right? So they're blue and blue, and they match, and that's super awesome. Also, it's so cool.
Es Jamie Miller, es la
Super awesome,
directora
right? And then there's
creativa
special food.
de DC Universe.
Food. I always call them food. They're
La
not.
que se
They're not
encarga
food.
más de
They're
elegir
exabytes.
más o menos de
That
qué va a
actually
ser el nuevo
match with,
contenido.
that's so good.
Temático, a nivel temático,
cybernetic, and
de
these ones will
episodio,
give
que
you 100%
narrativa.
bonus, right? And
La que
these
se encarga de
ones
eso.
are actually
El que
gotten from
está,
content
el
that
que
you
está
play.
hablando
So
ahora
when you complete missions, and
es
then you also
Albert,
have
que
a
es el
choice to
director de
a choice
Sistema.
to pick them
Básicamente
in
es el que
like raids
implementa
and
la visión que
instances and
tiene
stuff like
en
that.
Aeroprey, el
It's supposed to feel
contenido,
like
la
leveling,
mecánica,
frankly,
todo tipo de
and
cosas.
not like making stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y
so
Maps
you're
es
able to
el
just
community
drop those
manager.
in there for these particular bonuses, and then you hit your fortify.
Básicamente si le metes, lo que están explicando es que si le metes los colores del aumento, por lo menos aumentos azules, le metes los exobytes estos azules, los
golden
MK
exabytes you can
azules,
see are worth a
lo
substantial
que va a
amount of
hacer es
experience.
darte
This one's
un
375.
porcentaje
Those are the ones
extra
we got because we are
experiencia
essentially max level.
para levelear más rápido.
Yep.
los
And you
aumentos.
can compare that to kind of these ones, which are 600 each. I drop that in there. Hey, it's a bunch.
That's a lot.
Yeah, the golden ones are only around for the transition.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they're just to really get you up to where,
Eres el
where
primero que lo dice, no te
are
preocupes,
at with your
manipulador.
CR.
Es una duda que tienen
That's
muchos.
basically how that system works. And if you'll notice, I just want to make clear again, this is the inventory where your augments will hang out. That's basically unlimited. You're just going to be able to throw them all in there. So
Right,
it's not
it's
going to
not your actual inventory.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a really good
Ah, está
point. They
interesante.
have their own
No,
inventory.
esto
That
va a
was a
ser
pain
un
in the butt to make, but it was
un
worth it.
inventario adicional,
Yeah, they don't
prácticamente
Yeah, see how they're
invisible,
not
que no tiene,
just
no te
cluttering
ocupa
everything?
nada
We're
del
like,
inventario
"That would
actual que
so
tienes.
suck."
O sea, tú puedes
That'd be
tener
frustrating.
100
And then
aumentos
you may have noticed there
que
are
colectes, un
actually
ejemplo, pero no te van a ocupar ningún
breakthroughs in
espacio en
here,
tu
and these
inventario
are
real
just
donde
dropped
ocupa,
in content
donde
that you
están
play.
tus materiales,
You'll have a
tus
chance of
objetos,
getting
esas cosas.
them. They're not choice loot. They just
Interesante,
magically happen.
muy bueno, y
You do
después,
have
bueno,
a
la
better
verdad es
chance
un
of
buen
getting
detalle,
them
porque
in more
ellos
difficult
fácilmente
content.
hubiesen
So,
podido
you'll
arreglense
get
con el
them more
inventario
frequently in,
y compren más
raids and
espacios en el
content and stuff
inventario
like
en
that.
el marketplace, pero
Yeah.
How
mira, lo
about
hicieron bien
the
esta.
older stuff, like all the old exobytes?
Oh,
You know,
excellent
what happens
question.
with all that stuff people have been stockpiling?
So all the stuff you've been stockpiling will still be useful. We've actually put experience on it. We made it a kind of a small amount of experience because we did put so much experience on these golden exabytes. But they'll still be useful. You just get them and dump them into your whichever augments you want.
Yeah, frankly,
so,
you don't really need them because we are just going to give you enough to get started. But if you got them,
You got them.
you're getting extra.
Yeah, and there are a couple of things that required.
Aha. My wish has
hey,
been
what?
granted.
So if
that
Neps,
say?
if you want
I
to jump in
think-
there, we've got some special commands here that'll help us
What's
get.
the command there? I can't.
It is
RemQuest.
RemQuest.
I'm going to say it real quiet
Oh,
right
yeah,
into the
shh.
microphone.
Está interesante, yo me imaginaba algo así de que algunos aumentos te iban a dar efectos
What were we
especiales
saying?
para
Oh, yeah,
los
there's some special
artefactos
items
y
that,
eso está muy
of course,
interesante,
need to
me
work
gusta.
differently.
Hey,
Lo único que no me
that
gusta mucho, no
would
me
have been
convence es que
useful
está
before,
ligado
like,
a ciertos episodios, por lo menos esos dos
we
que
can
van
check
arriba
back into your
son los que
inventory.
tienen los efectos, ¿verdad? Mientras que los que están los
Um,
4 abajo
Things like
son los que van a ser básicamente estadísticas.
Oh.
nada
oh,
más.
There
we
it
go.
is.
Hey,
Aha.
all right, are we back?
Aha.
Surprise.
Hello. So these are implants, and you can see these have different icons than the cybernetic ones.
And these you
man,
just get
what an
forever.
unfortunate
Let's
hiccup.
just make that distinction again.
Yeah.
These are just the ones you have. You level up. You never have to replace them at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, these don't go anywhere, and so we start them at rank 24 because, of course, you get them at level 25, and they just magically happen. See how they?
Oh, it's so cute. I love that animation.
It's super cool. And so
Because the minute Carbon Megzilla were like, if we have time, we'll make it animate, and we all just stared at them. They're like, all right, we're gonna make it animate.
okay. Yeah, so this is actually a great example. So see, I just put one golden exabyte in, and it increases it to rank 193, and then I just hit this button here.
Oh, hey, are there still like exobyte nodes all over the world?
Oh, there are exobit clusters. They are all over the place. They now drop exo material.
Exo material.
Yeah, and that's used for crafting. And we actually simplified crafting significantly when we went through and removed a lot of the crafting ingredients and so most of the recipes are much more
Implante de
streamlined and
vitalización, implante de
simplified.
restauración.
And we can dump these
Yeah,
in.
if you like using ampules of terror and stuff like that, you can still do that.
Yay! But things like focusing elements and simple and complex materials, those will just be fed to your augments. So go ahead and feed those, and then when you harvest the exhibit clusters, you'll now get exo materials. And we have gone ahead and replaced the total recovery
Como
kits
consejo, les digo una
with
cosa.
exobyte boosters.
Si
So
pueden,
those will give you a
el
benefit
gear,
to the
yo sé que
exobytes
no
that
se
you're
va a poder
feeding
mucho, pero el gear
into
que sea verde,
your
morado,
implants.
azul.
So, you'll
Todo ese
notice
gear
here
que te suelten,
that I still
y si
get
tienes espacio
bonuses.
en tu inventario,
This is a vital implant,
guárdalo.
so again, this is the bonus
Porque
list
básicamente
one.
los
This one gets
materiales
50%
simples y
because it's
complejos van a dejar de ser tan útiles después
so
del
good at
sistema
matching
Aumentos.
colors.
I'm
Básicamente
super
es lo
good
que
at
están
matching
diciendo,
colors,
¿ok?
yeah.
O sea,
And
si
then
tú por lo
this
menos
is
tienes
the,
10 stacks de counters,
cybernetic
igual
one.
los
It
puedes
does not
meter
get
para darle
bonuses because this
experiencia,
is
pero
not
no te van a dar la
cybernetic.
misma experiencia que si metieran
People in chat are asking
lo
about
que vas a
generator
poner
mods.
después, que
Generator
son
mods.
estos
So we are
Pristine
no longer
MK,
going to craft
que
generator
básicamente
mods
son
or
los
anything
exobytes
like that. We'll just
MK
drop
que van a
them
dar
in.
experiencia
So
ahora.
you can go out
Que
and
va a ser
play,
como el metal
content and
con
get
el que vas
appropriate
a
generator mods.
fortificar los aumentos. ¿Ok?
Are they tradable?
They are tradable.
Cool.
They should be tradable. Let us know if they're not. We did update a lot of things, and so of course, as we go to test, just keep an eye on our work and let us know.
The big focus was really equipment mods, because that was the biggest pain in the ass, frankly. Oops,
Yep.
I said a bad word.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. But so like tactical mods are still exactly the same.
Yep,
Just
they
so
still
people
exist.
know.
And so, an important thing to note is actually, so when you log in, your gear will no longer have mod sockets on it.
Yeah,
So,
they're gone.
yeah, they're gone, and we replace it with this. So.
And I know you're like, oh no, all my mods are gone. That's what we're sending you with the mission, is essentially that in the
golden
form
exobytes.
of golden
Yeah.
exobytes, which will get your augs up to your implants, your runes, your metagenes up to where they should be, so you feel about the same or
Oh.
better.
Did we mention anything about feats, guys?
I don't
No.
think so.
Oh, so
feats?
Sorry.
there
It's
are
your
so
sense.
there are there are two things to do with feats. One of them, any of the feats that still make sense, they're still in the game. So things like
Like-
harvesting, Tragic the Gathering, for all of you that got that, that is still out there. But there are some that you can no longer get, and what we did is we just completed them. So if it was something that you could no longer do in game, such as create specific mods and stuff like that, we just went ahead and completed those feats, and so you'll have them when you log in.
Parece que
Yep, and then we have a couple new feats that kind
todos los feats que sean
congratulate
atados
you
a
for
craftear
using the augment
mods,
system.
bien, por lo no sé si
Cool.
son,
Cool.
te los van a dar
Boys and
automáticamente esos
Yeah,
feats,
reward.
como si los
Digital
hubieses
high fives.
crafteado.
All
Así
right, so
que
that is Augments. I'm
bien
sure
ahí
you
por
guys have a
decir.
bunch of questions. We'll be on the
Lástima
forums
por
later
los que
to
tuvieron
answer
que
some of
craftear
those.
todo
If you
eso.
get on test, it'll probably make
por lo
more
menos yo voy a
sense.
ser uno de los que me voy a beneficiar
Now's a
porque
good
todavía
time
me
to ask
faltan
questions
craftear los
because we're all
de
very sleep
limpian.
deprived from working. So
Pero bueno,
we might be like, whatever.
sacamos
Yeah,
algo
sure.
bueno aquí. Los flojos
Yeah,
que
we're
no.
open to your suggestions.
Eliamos es si no crafteamos esto.
Excellent.
Let's move on with Titans. So we're in the open world of Titan's Tower, and you are out of coffee. Good lord.
I know you saw me and my sadness as I moved the cup out of the way, but me and my quick mouse.
Let's go back to this one. Okay.
Aw.
So we're in the open world as you would first see it when you first
Dun,
visit the
dun,
island
dun.
and the tower.
Everybody's like, I remember when we first leaked this, and they're like, that better not be a freaking painting. It's like, it's not a painting.
it's a
It
place
is a
to
real
go.
open world area.
Chat was asking earlier where it's
¿Qué
located.
pasó,
in the
manipulador? Tú tuviste que
geographical
craftear
world.
todos esos mods olímpicos y todas esas madres.
Do you have an answer
I'm gonna
for,
leave
for
that
what
to your
city that is in the
imagination.
Bible?
Bueno,
Yeah.
para los
wait,
que no
it's
lo
on the other
craftearon,
side, too.
a partir del 18 van
It's
a
its
tener todos
own
esos
island
feats.
right now.
Yo
I
creo
mean,
que lo más
Titan's
recomendable en
Tower-
todo
Not sure
caso,
where it's at.
New
dado lo que
York.
explicaron, es el día
we don't really have
17 o
New York,
16
though,
ya sacar
in the
todos tus
game.
mods.
Okay.
It is not
Sácalos,
secret at all.
guárdalos,
It's
los que
secret.
tengas
That's why they
crafteados,
invited
porque a lo mejor
all
esos
of
mods
these
los
people
puedes dar
to
para
visit
darle
the
experiencia a los
Only
aumentos.
special people.
Entonces,
Because that's
aparte de lo que
the
te van a dar,
big
creo
deal
que
is
va a
they're making
ser
it.
mucho mejor de esa
I'm
manera.
getting into story talk now,
Yeah, okay, go for it.
and
Así que ya
it's
saben, los
about
pueden recuperar con marcas de
when you
victoria.
get there, they're like, "Hey, you're gonna maybe you want to be a Titan. You know, why don't you try out?" Also, it's
Porque a
their
partir
fan
del 18,
appreciation,
cuando
'cause
lo
the
que
Titans
es,
are popular. They are even
Todos
like Gar.
los sockets
He's always
de-
writing,
de
you
tu
know,
armadura
responding to fan
van
mail
a
and stuff
desaparecer.
like that. Can you
no van a
name
ver,
his
entonces
Twitter?
los mods que están
Anyway.
equipados en esa armadura
Gar being Beast Boy.
Gone.
If you don't know
fueron.
much about the Titans. Anyhow,
Let's
Bon
walk into
voyage.
this.
so they
Van a ser
are
como
inviting
en-
people to
en
the island
la película esta de
because of what a big
de
celebration
Avengers,
this is.
se van a deshacer,
And on the
tus
villain
mods van a
side,
decir, señor Stark, no me quiero ir.
Fearsome 5 are trying to get the villains to
Así que bueno.
infiltrate the island. Very, very similar. It's like villains actually get to live out the Judas
El chico
contract.
bestia lo
storyline a little bit
mejoraron o
better
no,
than
lo
heroes
dejaron
do
igual que
because
siempre.
they are the mole.
Raven está igual,
Should I
parece.
talk to him?
Go
Or should
for
we?
it.
Okay. Hey, I heard good news from you, buddy.
Ah, mira, una cinemática, hay pequeña cinemática.
Welcome to Titan's Tower.
There it goes.
Impressed yet? Well, you should be. I designed it. But what should impress you more is the history and camaraderie of this team.
Whether you're a young hero looking to learn from the best, or a world-class pro looking to mentor those coming up, this is the place to do it.
With
grow
that
up so
said,
fast.
it's graduation day for me. The Justice League has invited me to be an active member of their team, and I can't turn down that sort of honor.
Likewise, the Titans have always had a Robin, and it's time for me to pass the torch. From now on, you can call me Red Robin.
So original.
Batman's son will be completing his training with the Titans to fill my old role. Take a minute to look around, and then report to Starfire inside for the first part of your audition.
O sea, es el día de la graduación, Cyborg se va a ir a la Liga de la Justicia, Red Robin va a irse por su cuenta y el nuevo Robin de la Liga va a ser,
It
de
is.
los Titanes va a
He's
ser
not wrong.
Damian.
He's not wrong. But you're not the only one invited.
Ahí
Damian
está,
got
Damian.
invited to try out. A new hero on the streets. Tara got invited to try out. And they'll actually be along. They kind of represent like the same path you're on, and you'll see them running missions in the open world. They'll
Yo
actually
creo
run
que lo de la
content with
torre
you.
va a ser instanciado. Va a estar la
as,
torre
you
y
know,
tal,
right
y va a haber
along,
un
but it's actually
portalcito
really
como
cool to make
siempre,
little
y
pieces of
va a
content.
ser
But
otra
anyhow,
instancia.
so lots
Pero
of young
aquí en DC
heroes
es
are
una de las cosas
gathering,
que a mí no me gusta mucho,
at
que,
the island.
o sea,
This
tanto
is
esos
actually just
edificios
kind
y
of
tal,
like
pero
a
no son físicos. O sea, nada
part
más
of the
está la
island.
estructura,
This is
y
just a
después tú tienes que
narrative
entrar
mission.
en
When
un
you first
portal y
start,
después
this is how we kick
básicamente
off the
entras en otra
story.
instancia.
Then they tell you to go, as you can see on screen, they tell
Pero
you
sí,
to go
sí,
do
yo
the,
creo que va a haber
the training
por lo menos
to
una
see
alerta,
how
una
good
raid
you
en la Torre de
are.
los Titanes.
And then
seguro.
you'll come back to the island, and all sorts of stuff's happening, and that's where you'll do your daily missions and stuff like that.
Yeah, so this is the part of the stream where if you're concerned about spoilers and don't want to know anything about the DLC, you should check out now and see us on July 18th.
Los que no quieren spoilers están
because we will
avisando
have
que
some
ya,
spoilers
los
as
que
we
quieren
go
guardarse
through
la
some of the environments
sorpresa
and stuff.
para
So,
el 18,
Um,
ya dejen de ver el
you want to do
directo.
that? You want to jump into...
Porque aquí van a mostrar un poco lo de
Sure,
las
let's do it.
misiones, van a hablar
Alright,
un
let's-
poco,
let's,
mostrar
let's
ya
queue
lo que es
for
el
the-
gameplay,
let's queue for the duo.
básicamente.
We'll take a little glance at each of them. Obviously, for new environments...
I'll do the event versions.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. We're gonna do the training sim.
Bueno, misión en la High Base,
And rep match.
Training Simulator.
So again, this is a duo. So we have the open world, which is the new island, and we'll maybe look at that more later, maybe not. But it's a whole island. It's all the way around. It's
Yeah.
a bunch of open world stuff.
It's actually another little island where Cyborg's robot depot
Helpers,
is.
Yeah. And
We're in
obviously
the tower!
we can go inside the
Ahí
tower.
está en la
my
torre.
God.
All right. So walk us around this room because
Oh.
it's pretty fantastic. The environment team killed it.
I love the Teen Titans. So finally getting to do Titans Tower. Oh my God, such a big deal. My sister is also a huge Titans fan, so this one's for you. And there's a lot of the other members are hanging around.
It's my favorite spot right here.
Nice
I
TV.
love the TV.
This is why I
And
love the
Static
news.
is sitting in front of the video game console. He's so cute.
I'm like,
I love it.
Brainiacs and-
Hey man,
Yep.
he's looking at the other little console.
Oh, yeah.
Anyhow. But you can walk around. Raven's being broody and mysterious in the corner.
Ah,
over
Raven
here.
está igual, no cambiaron el modelo,
And,
Nightwing también.
Robin and Tara are here to run the content with you. and
Está
your partner.
Damian.
Essentially,
So
it's almost
kind of an alert.
it's kind of like an
Yeah.
alert, but two of them are Robin and Tara, Damian and Tara. So, like, say hey.
Welcome to Titan Tower.
Boop. You open the
Starfire
door.
is waiting for your team in the training simulator. Get ready for a workout. Corey is a total taskmaster. When you're ready
Tienen
for
un
some
simulador de entrenamiento parecido a lo que
James
es los que son fans de los X-Men, lo que sería el Danger Room, básicamente.
Tara and Damian are like the stars of this whole thing. They are hilarious.
So as you can see, the
Training
training
room.
Jeez.
Dun dun dun. This is an homage to a moment in the comics where they actually do have a bow fight.
Your
Nice.
defenses would have impressed even the warlords of Akara.
And our new Starfire.
Excuse me, my new recruits have arrived. Oh, hi.
¿Qué onda, Richard? ¿Cómo
New
estás?
recruits, huh?
Me gusta el modelo de Damian, les quedó bueno.
Take the training simulator for a spin. I'm going to hit the showers.
She's like, I'm not gonna bother with these noobs. Starfire,
Básicamente
you
estaban
know.
hablando hace un momento de lo que era el sistema de aumentos y mostrando básicamente el gear. Va a haber unas nuevas botas de omnipotencia, que son el estilo va a ser las botas de Damian
So they're
Wayne
going to
que
put you
yo
through your
ahorita.
paces, see if you
Yep.
have what it takes,
Y ya,
right?
So her and
básicamente es
Beast
eso.
Boy are basically operating the training simulation, and it's waves of holograms of all the most famous Titans foes, with a big surprise at the end.
Nice.
I don't think we'll go
Nope,
through all of
nope,
it.
I think
but,
that's as far as we'll go for this one.
But there's a twist in the middle of this that
Ah.
is one of my favorite moments we've ever done. It is so good.
Actually, maybe let's run around the room just for a moment. Just
I thought you were gonna be like, actually, let's just show them the cool thing.
Actually, let's no.
Oh, I gotta play to check out the cool
But
stuff.
Yep.
yeah, this is the simulator, which, you know, we built it knowing we might come back and do more stuff here.
Yeah, definitely.
But you activate it here, and Starfire will start going through sending enemies for you to fight.
Very cool. All right, let's hop out and let's hop into the alert.
All right.
So for those of you
Where do you want
keeping
me to go?
score,
I have to get out to Q, so.
yeah, just map to the event probably.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'll actually let me go to the thing now. Titans Island. Warp. Also, still my favorite feature ever.
Warp to
Warp
event.
menu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love
Dale,
it so
manipulador,
much.
nos vemos,
I can do so
hermano.
much more.
Espero que
Oh, it's amazing.
disfrutes de lo que va a ser el nuevo episodio de los jóvenes titanes y
So now
también
you're
del sistema
literally on
Aumentos.
top of the
You're
tower.
on top of the tower, yes.
Ya sabes, el
and
día
the
17,
Titans are
recuerda de
running the
retirar
show
los
from
montes
here.
de tu armadura.
And you'll see Tara and Damian are basically running missions too.
My,
That's great.
my favorite thing is the helicopter in the top. Yeah.
I'm gonna let people discover that.
Oh, hours of entertainment.
But you can pick up all your missions here. But you want me to
Este es
get
el
the
hub,
alert, right?
Yeah, let's
básicamente,
keep
¿no?
the alert. So for those keeping score, we've got the open world, we've got the duo, and now we have the
Yeah.
alert.
So, when you're in the duo, the tower gets attacked, and all the robots start going nuts. Well, not all, but many of them do. And Cyborg's like, "Whoa, who is hacking my robots on my last day as a Titan? This is not gonna. We're not. No, big no." And so that's what you're basically doing on the island, is trying to figure out who did it, and hack the robots back to the Titans and protect all those poor fanboys
For
and
Titan
fangirls.
fans. Yep.
Básicamente, el día de la graduación de Cyber, por lo que están explicando,
And you
van
get,
a,
a
van a ver
message
como
from,
varios
Nightwing,
eventos de
who's like,
sabotaje.
Towers under attack.
Uno de ellos es una
I
de
need
las
every
misiones.
Titan. That means you.
Están saboteando los
to
robots de
report.
Cyber
While I prefer the company of robots
y
to
tienes que descubrirnos quién lo hizo. Básicamente es Terra, obviamente. Spoiler alert.
So good.
Y bueno,
Best
ya,
Damian
eso es
ever.
básicamente.
He's like almost as good as Cersei. But anyway.
Vamos a ver. qué
And so
muere.
you're like, you return to the tower because Nightwing sent an urgent call for help.
Okay. And then we get here, and what? Everyone's gone?
Well,
Ish.
Cyborg's the only other person who showed up. Now you'll have your 3 teammates with you. This is not a solo, it's an alert.
Listen up. I'm not gonna lie. Things keep getting worse. Nightwing called the Titans
He's
together,
so
and I'm
serious.
the only one here. Remote access is down, so we need to get to the security hub and locate the other Titans.
All right.
So now we're breaking into the tower, really.
Yeah, he's like, Beast Boy. So we're on the
Están las fotos, los
inside.
banners de los titanes. Seguro son
and
aceritos
we're
de
looking
base.
for them because
Base
they're not reporting in.
Trouble.
Well, that's missing. Yay.
There's supposed to be someone in this.
Yeah.
In this camera.
You fight no one.
You fight.
It's all a ruse.
Parece que hay
Who's that back
bugs,
there?
porque ahí tenía que
Who was that?
aparecer.
Hey,
So
there
yeah.
it is.
Ah,
Everyone's
está.
back.
So the Fearsome Five, it looks like, are trying to capture the Titans. So at least they are.
Esos son
trying
los Fearsome
to
Five,
capture the
recuérdense que
Titans. So there's a
son
boss fight here.
Mammoth,
Okay,
Gizmo,
I want to get to the security room.
Just- yeah, we just
Simon.
All right.
Move on.
Todos esos que peleamos en el
I'm
DLC
gonna
de Trigon,
use my godlike
básicamente
powers.
van a
Yep.
ser los que van a aparecer en este episodio.
Of typoing the commands.
Well, it's a certain skill.
Esperemos que nos
You
pongan
did.
enemigos
You
nuevos.
did, Mammoth. I mean, knocked unconscious.
A ver, 247
Oh,
es
look
el
at
combat
Starfire
rate.
banner.
Dog, dog, dog,
Titans
dog,
cred.
dog, dog.
You actually just saw that Starfire banner in the hall a moment
I
ago.
did. Now
Pretty
I have one
cool.
from my house. Okay, Cyborg. I'm following you, dude. We're getting to the security hub. So we're going to try to look at the camera to see if our friends are okay. Because they all live here. At least sometimes.
Donna's cam is out.
Oh no!
Not good.
Little Titan logo, so cute.
Damn it. Raven's down.
No!
De Robin hay un nuevo estilo inspirado en Robin. Ahí está
And then-
Dexter.
I
Ay,
was
qué
gonna
hijo
say
puta, güey.
something not nice. And he blows up the camera.
Whoa.
So, whoa, that was a
Messed
bug.
up.
Deathstroke is here. We need to warn Nightwing.
So now we're trying to catch up and
Deathstroke, el
chase.
enemigo mortal
You
de
wanna
los
keep going?
titanes.
Do you want to
I
get right
think-
to the thing and then stop? No? Okay. There's a lot of stuff to show.
I think we should call it there.
Okay.
We do have 2 more pieces of content to look
Los
into.
estilos, el que
The gist
está
of
ese
this is
personaje
Deathstroke's
obviamente es
laying
el de
traps
Cyborg y el de
and
Robin,
setting
pero de
off
emblemas
the
no ha
systems
mostrado nada de
against you as you
momento.
move
Richie,
through it,
así que
and it
vamos.
has one of the most fun, like, trap puzzles like we've
It
done
does.
in a long time.
Yep.
It's really, really good.
It's a good alert.
Ocean's laughed hysterically watching me play it because I kept screaming. She's like, your paranoia was real. I'm like, I know. I got a little excited. Okay.
So we get to the end of this and we kind of find out a little bit about who's behind the problems, right?
Yeah, Deathstroke's abducting them all. The Fearsome Five are trying, and the villains are trying, but Deathstroke's one step ahead of everybody because
As
he's got a
he usually
mole. And he tells you that. He's like, I've got a mole on the inside. If you've read the books, you know who it is. If you haven't read it, then you're kind of going,
Ya les hice el spoiler
who
de
could it
quién
be?
es el...
Is it the villain player?
Yeah.
Is it?
¿Cómo que
yeah.
se llama? El espía, ¿no? De Deathstroke.
So we have 2
Dentro de los
raids in
titanes.
this DLC, and with event versions, regular versions, and elite versions. Let's warp out and queue for the second of the 2 raids. Both are in
Hay dos raids,
the
acaban de
Hive
decir dos raids.
layer,
Una alerta
HIV,
y un dúo, creo.
Hive. There we go. No hate. All right,
That's fine.
fine.
Just go anywhere else.
Let's
Doesn't
go
matter.
into the watchtower.
But we're going to jump
Ya no
into
había-
the second of the 2.
No habían
and take a
emblemas de
look
los
at the
titanes.
final boss of this DLC.
Yep. Did you mention who shows up at the end? I'm sorry, I was
No,
reading.
I did not.
So some folks show up and they tell you about the Hive, the new Hive base, and the new Hive master.
Ya de Cyborg yo creo que
And,
había uno, ¿no?
So we know that's the place to start.
right.
Start looking for the Titans. But we're gonna skip that raid and go to the big one. The
Hay una
machine.
que se llama The Machine y el otro es,
If
creo que
you've,
es Targeted.
Read it, you know.
Son las
what
dos
we're about
raids.
to
Naveer, this is the one you
Lo
died
que
like
estoy
15 times straight in, right?
This was not the only one. I
Training
died
Sim
15
es la alerta y High Base es el dúo.
Yes. No. There was a really
This is
fun.
the one I was
Bueno,
watching.
There was a really
básicamente no
fun
es
bug in
un
this
DLC
one.
Oh,
when we were testing
super
it
innovador
earlier.
porque el
Oh my
esquema
God,
se
that-
Maybe
mantiene
infinite-
básicamente
you know,
dúo,
infinitely
una
small
alerta,
ads.
dos
that
raids,
was,
Yeah,
misiones de
that
mundo
was-
abierto.
amazing.
That was not
Could have
intended
happened.
gameplay.
Yeah.
En ese
That
was
aspecto
a
siguen
bug.
Doesn't
conservando el
happen anymore.
Did you
mismo
bypass?
I did.
Okay.
I
patrón.
think.
They were really the best ads
There
to
it goes.
spawn infinitely though. If I had to choose,
Yeah.
because
a bunch
it was
of,
hilarious.
A swarm
Creo que lo
of
más interesante
Hive
que ha
guys,
mostrado, en mi
infinitely
opinión,
It was kind of
flying.
like a MEPS event.
hasta ahora.
It was
es
a
lo de
lot
los
like
Aumentos.
that.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
So this is at this point you would have worked your way all the way through all of the mountain and gotten to the end of it.
Y bueno, esta es la base de Hive.
This is
Esto
the
es,
very bottom of the base.
The very,
ya lo hemos
very
hecho,
bottom,
ya lo hemos
where the
visto.
machine is.
Ah,
And that will look
Look
familiar
at
to
it.
you if you have.
¿Qué mierda es
Oh,
esto?
the closer I get, the harder it is to see.
Well, we'll go inside.
But
Just God mode and go inside.
I was gonna say, do you want me to just go in?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna trigger the stuff.
If you've read the comics, you will. I guess maybe don't God mode so we can see the cams.
Oh, do you want me to show the cam?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you just wanted me to show the map.
¿Esa es la máquina
Oh,
de
it's
Brother
up to you.
Block?
We can go. Yeah. We can show the cams.
Talk to Nightwing and Red Wobbin. Wobbin.
He's hiding on the wrong side of that wall. I just,
He's hiding behind the console.
okay.
They've got Corey and the rest of the Titans hooked up to that machine.
They sure do.
Calm down. Know your words. We both are, but the cavalry is here. We're stronger together. Let's go.
And my 7 friends that would be here.
Right.
Ooh, his subtitle was delayed. Then you get your final preparations, and you get ready for the machine, which is a crazy fight. Lots and lots and lots of waves and different phases. It's actually really, really fun. We played it again yesterday, and it was awesome.
Parece que va a ser una raid
Yeah,
con
it's-
muchos hacks, así
It's pretty
que
fun.
preparen esos
we go.
artefactos y esos
Oh, look, it's the
builds.
Titans.
Wow,
But that's where the
ahí
Titans
están
went.
todos los titanes, weón.
This was a technological feat to pull off.
All teams.
Art, engineering, and design to strap them in and have this dude sap their powers. It was pretty crazy. Red Robin is ready. He is like, boom.
And then.
And so this is the guy, the hive, and then
Still be
everybody ready? Is everybody supply drop ready? Are we ready for this fight? And then
Who's AFK?
So just like in the books, Hive Master put together this machine, paid Deathstroke to capture the Titans, and he puts them in the machine, and he can absorb their powers. In the books, he never got to that point. They're just like, oh, haha, we foiled your plan. We're like, that's not fun.
Right.
You know what would be more fun? If the machine actually did power him up, went through phases of all different Titans' abilities, and then the machine also attacks you. Because we're terrible
O
monsters.
sea,
and we're
básicamente
wicked.
este jefe de esta rey,
Yeah,
Hive
that's a
Master,
great
va a
quote.
absorber
But it is a
por
very
oleada
fun, very hectic
cada
fight. A lot
poder
of,
de-
like, look where you're stepping, get out of the way.
de los titanes que están ahí,
We've
que son
definitely
Beast Boy,
iterated a lot on the
Troy,
messaging that's been really
Raven.
important to us so that you see
más
the
está
thing
ahí?
you know to get out of the way. That kind of gameplay.
Beast Boy, Raven,
And it's random
Troy.
which one he like he'll go through all 5 Titans, but it'll be a different order
No,
each
¿quién es
time.
el otro?
You don't know what's
Cyborg.
coming, so you have to be ready.
Lots of different mechanics.
It's a lot harder in the normal mode and way harder in the elite, which help us make it harder. Play it when it's on test. Give us feedback. We want it to be pretty damn hard. The event mode is not going to be that hard. If you're like,
Dicen que
I
quieren
just want my
que sea
coins,
súper
let me have my
difícil.
rewards, you can play event mode.
Yeah, I think
Parece
the,
que están
it's very
escuchando un poco
impressive
las
how
críticas de que
distinct
las
each phase
últimas
feels.
Rey Élite
You know, it's
han
pretty
sido demasiado
obvious who's being
fáciles,
channeled
entonces
and what's
quieren que
going
esta
on.
raid
And,
sea de verdad un reto. La
it
versión
does
Élite
feel
por lo menos.
chaotic, but
Es
it's
que la versión
exciting.
normal debería tener
The
una
music even
dificultad.
changes based on who's actively powering Hive Master. It's
Very
really cool. What else, man?
I mean, that's it. That's the DLC basically right there.
And there's a whole
So
other raid we haven't showed you anything, and it is also epic
Algo así
and
parecido,
difficult.
Richard.
that will be on test.
Pero van a haber
We're gonna
oleadas
play.
de ads,
We're
por lo que
gonna
estoy
get
escuchando también.
When will that be on test?
I don't ever like to say because I haven't talked to production in the last hour.
Yeah, it's
so
true.
We've been somewhere else.
Today.
Today.
Is
That
the
is our
plan.
goal.
By this evening, we expect to have this DLC fully on test for you to play and test out. And we really need your help testing. We really want to hit the difficulty marks on this one because there's a ton of effort in this, and we just want to make sure that final, that final yard line is crossed.
Bueno,
and
más
that's
tarde,
what possible.
gente, si
definitely
quieren
jump on.
ver un
For
poco de
those who
lo
are just tuning in,
que va a ser
you
el
missed it.
test
I'm sorry.
server,
That was it.
yo voy a tratar de entrar hoy al
But we
test,
have
voy
a
a tratar
bunch
de
of
hacer,
new
de hecho,
gear,
un
the
stream
cyborg gear, the Red Robin
de
gear,
nuevo contenido,
and
así
some collections
para
gear.
darles como
We have
mis primeras
Augments coming at the
impresiones
same time as
jugándolo,
Titans on July 18th,
ver lo que es el sistema en los
as
aumentos,
scheduled,
cómo avanzar y todo, y
which is a
pues nos vemos en
completely
unas horas, ya que
rehauling of the
ahora
RT
tengo que hacer
system, make
cosas.
modding more accessible and more fun.
Porque
And
creo que
we
ya el
have
directo se
open
va a
world
terminar.
Titans Island, Titans Tower,
Pero me gustó
with the
eso
duo and the
de que
alert,
quieren que esta
and
raid
the
por lo
hive
menos
base
sea
with the
difícil.
2 raids ending
Y que
with
quieren
the
que los
machine, which
testers
we're doing right
vayan
now.
y den su
That
opinión, den su
is,
feedback de que sea un
that
reto
is
realmente.
Teen Titans Judas
Porque
contract. Anything else?
es
Anything
bien
we're missing?
brief, la verdad
Anybody?
es que
There's some
fue
more
un
stuff,
reto,
but we'll let them
pero una
discover.
vez le
Yeah.
pillas las
Alright, that's
mecánicas
There
no
is
es una raid
so
tan
much
difícil.
that we haven't shown, but
Alright.
that would
Una
be
raid
really
simplemente que hay
fun
que
if we
seguir las mecánicas.
Of course.
Y pues
Okay,
obviamente
well,
mucha
thank
gente
you
no se le da
guys for
bien
tuning
eso.
in. Thank you too for joining me on this live stream, and we will see you on test in just a few minutes /
Yep.
hours.
I'm sleep deprived and caffeinated, so
We
hit
have
me up,
been-
ask me
we have-
questions on Twitter.
The team has been burning the midnight oil here,
Really, they
working
have.
way overtime to hit this date and get all this new stuff in. So
Yeah, the bar was set really high. This was very exciting to us. A lot of Titans fans in the building. Folks were working late for weeks trying to make these moments really powerful and fun.
So hopefully you guys can see that and appreciate that, and it'll turn out pretty nice for you guys.
Oh wait,
What?
they wanted to
De
see
momento
Oh,
tengo
the hive stuff.
Oh, the
expectativas.
hive
Tengo,
gear. Oh, sure, yeah.
That was the
no
Right,
estoy
go for it.
decepcionado.
You just saw the
Lo único
guy.
que
and we thought
Should
some
be.
of his pieces were pretty neat.
vamos a ver cómo son las misiones
Ah.
diarias, cuántos 400 monitos hay que
There's
matar
this
esta
hood.
vez.
This is hood.
Here's a hood with
What
a
was the
the
first piece?
you
it's
can.
on your back. It was a back piece.
Oh, there it is. That's right.
That's okay.
There it
You
is.
can get to wear the machine as a back piece. It glows. I'm not gonna bother changing colors right now. And the hood,
hood
is a
awesome.
two-toned hood, and you can change the color of the band.
So good.
And then you got the last piece there, the shoulders. Down.
Oh, there they are.
Boom.
And little honeycomb
There you go.
shoulders.
You too
High
can trap the
shoulders.
Titans.
I like the cyborg suit the best, but these are cute. I like them.
Yeah, I think they're super cool.
All right, that is Teen Titans Judas contract. That is Augments. And we will see you guys on test in just a couple of hours.
Makes
probably.
a nice silhouette though.
Yeah, looks nice.
Anyway,
See you next time.
bye guys.
Bueno, se acabó el directo. A ver qué dice Richard Consuelo, que sea un episodio nuevo sobre los titanes. Yo ya tengo hype. Excelente. No, a mí también. Yo también soy fan de los titanes y la verdad es que quería que... Mis expectativas estaban altas y realmente no ha sido una decepción en el sentido de que promete. O sea, tengo que jugarlo, dar mis primeras impresiones para ver si en realidad cumple las expectativas, ver cuál es el nivel de dificultad de la alerta y de las raids, porque a mí me gustan las alertas. Yo soy de la vieja escuela y obviamente me gustan esas alertas que eran difíciles, por lo menos Arkham Asylum, que era difícil en su momento. Otra alerta que era jodida, por lo menos sacar el speed kit, era la de la base en la luna, un base. Y pues bueno, yo creo que esas cosas, como se hacen diario, las alertas te ayudan a pulir tu gameplay, ¿no? Tu habilidad como jugador. Y por lo menos tratar de hacerlo lo más rápido posible, hacen que mejores tu DPS. Y no sé, yo creo que ayuda, ¿no? A mejorarte en líneas generales como jugador. Yo creo que hace falta un poquito más de que la gente... Yo creo que a través de 2 años, yo en los primeros años de DC, yo siento que la comunidad era un poco más capaz, era un poco más habilidosa, tenía más conocimiento del juego, de sus power sets, de las interacciones, todo ese tipo de cosas, y yo creo que eso se siguió perdiendo un poquito en el tiempo. Creo que la comunidad se ha vuelto un poco más casual, y esto es sin faltar el respeto a nadie. Cada quien puede elegir cómo juega, pero yo por lo menos soy de ese tipo que cuando juego un juego trato de aprender del juego, tratar de maximizar el personaje o el power set con el que juego. Igual en World of Warcraft, cuando jugaba, tratar de aprender mi clase, y pues eso, ¿no? Yo creo que vendría bien que el nivel de los jugadores mejore, ¿no? Suba, dice. Ahí que dice Lucas: demonios, esperaba que el estilo de Robin hubiera tenido una capa parecida a la de Batman. Bueno, pero supuestamente sí cubre un poco la parte de los hombros, ¿no? Así que está chulo por ese aspecto, ¿no? Y bueno, lo dicho, déjenme en los comentarios, porque ya voy a cerrar el directo ahorita en un momento. Déjenme en los comentarios qué opinan ustedes, si sus expectativas están... ¿tienen expectativas, buenas expectativas sobre este episodio? Sobre el sistema de aumentos, ¿creen que es un paso en adelante o simplemente debieron haber dejado el sistema como estaba de los mods? Y bueno, nos vemos en unas horas para mis primeras impresiones del gameplay como tal, en el tercerlo. Nos vemos, gente. Bye bye y gracias por haberse unido al stream.